Yeah.
She whispers in my ear. She's a day player / co-star on Young and the Restless. And she whispers in my ear, has anybody ever told you you look like Brad Carlton from Young and the Restless? And I go, almost every single day in New York. And I try and tell people, that show was shot in California. I'm on the 4 train right now with you in the subway. Okay, because I used
That was a joke. Or actually people did tell you
this was going on all the time.
Oh, so it was actually real.
And I'm in the subway and people would go, they would tap me and go, can I ask you something? Are you the guy on Young and the Restless? And I go, I'm sorry, but they do shoot that in LA and
So this you were mistaken.
Almost every day of my life.
Okay.
This guy was huge. He had huge storylines back then. And he's still pretty big. He's still on the show.
No, he's not.
He's on the show.
Okay.
He's on Bold and the Beautiful. They transferred him over. She goes, I just want to give you a little heads up. They're casting for a new Brad Carlton. I go, what do you mean they're casting? I don't. The guy's on the show. He goes, he's leaving the show. He's doing a cop drama at CBS pilot. Okay. I have a friend in New York who once gave me to put in my wallet. It said Lawrence Kalkstein, All Sorts Entertainment. Okay.
Yeah.
And I call up CBS and I tell them I act like him. It's almost like your book Wannabe.
Power,
it's what you did.
Yeah.
I call up pretending to be Lawrence Kalkstein, and who's alive, thank God, and a good friend of mine in New York. He's in his 70s, and I pretend to be him, and I go, my guy looks just like him. And there's no such thing as faxing, email, or anything.
None of this
there's
shit.
no sending anything.
Nothing.
Trust me when I tell you.
Yeah, it's a phone sale.
That's it. Trust me when I tell you, when he gets to the gate, you'll see what I'm talking about. Blah, 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 blah. This is me talking. So somehow, some way, I finagled an audition with Jill Newton. And there's 80, I'll never forget the list. My brother's lucky number is 11, and anything that adds up to 11 always stays in my head. It was 83 people on the sheet. And I go in there, and Jamie, I swear, it was almost a scene from Saturday Night Fever when he's walking down with the pizza in his hand, and girls are looking, and guys are looking at him, and blah, 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 Travolta.
Yeah.
When I'm walking down that hallway in CBS, everybody came out in separate doors. They all came out as though, and I knew it was, somebody gave word, either upstairs, downstairs when you check in, ID and all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody must have called somebody and said, you got to see this guy. This guy's like a carbon copy. Okay. So I went down, I went through there, and I finally get into the office, and Gail and Jill are like, oh my God. Okay. And here's the kicker. My headshot, I'm in a denim shirt. I swear on a stack of Bibles. You know how they have the 25 cast members, these regulars on the wall. Okay. He's wearing denim shirt in the headshot that I'm presenting with. Okay. So I go in there, and they give me a few minutes. They go, they're very nice to me for some odd reason. Okay. And they say, take your time, go look at this. Because there was no such thing as sides, man. It was, you came for the sides.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I get the sides, and she goes, take a half hour, go outside, chill out, enjoy the fresh air, blah, 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 and learn this, blah, blah. I come back in. Yeah. And I come back in, and I do a good job. She says to me, can you do me one thing? She goes, I'm bringing you back. Okay. She told me right there. She was very cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Okay. She goes, I'm bringing you back, but I got to ask you a huge favor. And I go, what's the favor? And she goes, can you lose that New York accent by Thursday? So
the thing that you haven't ever lost?
I think that I've never lost.
Your entire life?
So ironically, Larry David's friend is my neighbor in my studio apartment, and he had just done a Seinfeld episode.
This is Jewish geography.
No shit. David Blackwood. Okay. If you run that on Google, you'll see I'm telling the truth.
Run it on Google.
Go get on Google.
Run it on Google.
Run it right now.
Okay.
We'll wait.
So
he happens to be a dialect teacher. Okay. He's an actor, but he does something in a day to make money. So I knock on his door and I go, David, you once told me that you do stuff with voices with people. And he goes, yeah, what's up? And I said, I got a freaking callback, but like a serious callback for a series regular. This guy's like looking at me like, didn't you just move out here like a week and a half ago?
Yeah.
Okay. He hated me for that, but he was one of those guys, but he was cool. And I worked with him for 2 nights, and to lose the R's and all that and that kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I knocked it out of the park. That was it. That's number 2. Cut to 3, 4, and 5.
Callbacks.
Yeah, this was one of those things where I had to do sizing with him. I had to go with Brad. I had to go with Don. Okay, we had to go back to back.
Yeah.
We had to do pictures together. We did a scene together. I did a scene with Peter Bergman. Do you know Peter Bergman?
No.
He wins the awards every year.
So they wanted a carbon copy of what they had.
Correct.
Oh, got it.
So now I do a matching thing with him, and then on callback number 6, I'm with the man himself, William Bell of Bell Phillips Productions. Okay, the head honcho. The guy who owns.
He's basically the Aaron Spelling of daytime. he's the
and
beyond
he's sitting
legend.
He's sitting right here on the couch with me, and Edward Scott is directing me, who became a humongous director of soaps. Okay. And I'll never forget this as long as I live. Okay, so wait. Let me just cut this one because this is Patrick Muldoon. Yeah. Muldoon and I became friendly after the second on the second callback. We were like, "Hey, you too, one of those things."
Yeah.
And we started going out. They were really being cool with us, and they would let us go out and read the material for a half hour, 45 minutes. And me and him, and I've run into him since at Runyon Canyon, and we still laugh about it. We still talk about it. We made a deal that we'll be friends and made a better man win.
Yeah, okay.
He was totally cool with that. And I read with him. He read with me outside in the street on Beverly. Okay, near Air One.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. It was totally cool relationship that we had. It was like, let's take a shot, man. Let's see. You get it, great. I get it, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things that worked. And so you don't see that shit now. You don't, it's too much competition. But it was different. So we go back, and now on the 6th thing, it was like me and him and like maybe one other person. And I'll never forget, in that room, I don't even know if they were sitting outside, but in that room, he looks at Edward Scott and he goes, "What do you think?" And I'll never forget, Edward Scott goes, "Needs a little work, but I can work with him." Okay, just he said that. He goes, "Needs a little work." I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I took 3 classes with William Hickey in New York.
Yeah.
You're very good. You're good.
Yeah, legend. William Hickey, yes.
Legend.
So go ahead.
Legend, William Hickey. Look it up.
Run the Google.
So I can't wait to see how many people comments are going to be like, "Who is this whack job?"
They might not.
They might not. They might go.
So wait. So
turned it off after 13 minutes. No. So he says, "What do you think?" And all of a sudden, I get one of those grandpa things on your knee, and he goes, "Welcome to CBS."
Who said that?
William Bell.
No.
I swear on a stack of Bibles. He taps me, gives me the grandpa thing on your knee, and go like, "I love you" and everything like that kind of thing, and goes, "Welcome to CBS." Okay, so now I go, "Does that mean something?" And you got people out there. Does that mean? He goes, "Well, you're with us now. You're part of the family now, and you're going to be the character. We have to look at them, but you're going to be the guy." So okay, great. I'm all excited, and then a guy from CBS meets me outside and tells me, "You're going to have a fan club. Here's my name and my telephone number. Everybody gets a fan club. Okay. Everybody has a fan club."
Okay.
So did you have a fan club, or do you still have one? Okay,
keep going.
So I'm going to keep going.
People hate me.
No, everybody loves you, man. So welcome to CBS. I call my mother. "Oh my God, you're not going to believe this. This is insane."
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. William Hickey was right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Blah. Okay, cool. He says to me, "Listen, we're going to Hawaii to shoot a wedding scene. We're going to be away for about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on your storyline, and then we're going to bring you in. We're going to slowly introduce you to America." Okay. Blah, blah, blah. And this is in the day when there was a voiceover on a soap opera that would say, "The part of Brad Carlton today is being played by Dean Larit."
Oh yeah, they did that. I remember.
They used to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, so now I gotta tell you how this ends up. So now I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. I'm here 3 months, man. And I figured, so I told my mother, I will own Hollywood within 6 to 7 years from now. If I did this in 3, I said, I'll own it in 7 months.
Which makes sense.
7 years.
Yeah. Makes
Okay.
sense.
I figured I'll do exactly what Cruz did. I would, and even what Judd Apatow did, from writing to owning.
Why not?
Okay. So I figured I would do it. And so I get the scripts, blah, 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 and you're going to learn these scripts and blah, blah, blah. This eventually happens when they come back from the Hawaii thing. So now, I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm calling Gail Camacho and Jill. What's going on? I mean, are you guys going to do this? Yeah. We're getting to it. They're getting to it, blah, blah, blah. I'm selling hair care products at the time to make money.
Yeah.
To make money. I don't care about the money that's in the bank. I'm still selling hair care products for Kris Kardashian. So there's a salon where Chasen's used to be, if you remember.
Yeah, Chasen's.
It was called El Salon on Beverly and Doheny.
Well, it's Chasen's.
There was a
always there.
Ralph's across the street.
Yeah,
the
still
Ralph's
there.
Still there. And right across the street was a hair salon called El Salon. I go into El Salon. That was my account. I go in there to bring some stuff. And who's getting her pedicure, Manny and Petty, is William Bell's daughter, who plays cricket on the show.
Okay.
I walk over to her.
Whoa.
I walk over and I go, "Hi, you're Chris." I think her name is Kristen. No, that's Kristen Bell, is another actor. I said, "You play cricket, if I remember correctly." I think Laura Lee Bell is her name.
Okay.
Laura Lee Bell. And I go, "You're Laura Lee, right?" And she goes, she almost gave me that look like,
Jesus
exactly.
Jesus
And I said, "No, I'm not here to. I swear, I'm not here to bother you. I just had an amazing time with your father a couple of weeks ago, and I just want to know where we're at."
That could go
That could
sideways.
yeah, that could be a little weird.
So wait.
So she goes, "What do you mean?" And I go, "I'm supposed to be the new Brad Carlton on your show, except that your father's writing a storyline." And she goes, "Oh my God, yeah, I did hear something about Don leaving the show, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. She goes like this to the woman doing her nails. "Do me a favor, sweetie, give me the phone." This is when the phone was this big.
Yeah.
Okay. She goes, "Give me that phone right there." She's talking on her phone. She calls her father up and she goes, "Hi, Daddy."
Wow, that's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Okay. She goes,
And then she's in the
goes
middle
like
of the
this. She
Manny
goes,
and the Patty.
Manny and Petty.
Yeah.
And she goes like this to me. Don't say a word.
Not here. You're
Oh, not here. She goes, hi, Dad. Yes, I promise we're going to call when we land in Kennedy. I promise.
Yeah.
I promise. As soon as we get to JFK, I'll call you. Yes. I'm just getting my nails done right now. Hey, I got to ask you something. About 20 minutes ago, some guy, a tall guy, came in, dark hair, and he said something that he's going to be on the show replacing Don. And she just used his real name because they know him. That's like family to them. These are guys.
Yes.
And she goes, she didn't do character. So she goes, replacing Don. Yes. Tall. Correct. Exact. Yes. These are for the people at home that can see if I can act.
Yes.
Okay. When I do a phone scene.
I was believing it.
Okay. So,
I was believing it. Jesus Christ.
So I knew we were going to have a good time here
You're
tonight.
fucking psycho.
So
You're auditioning.
No. So she goes, so he is going to, okay. So he was telling the truth. Okay. But what are you doing? Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, cool. All right. Love you. And, we'll call you when we land. Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao.
Hang the phone up.
Hangs the phone up. Let me make sure it's hung up. I don't want anybody to hear. So she looks at me and she goes like this. She goes, "You got the part, man. He's right. You're going to be you should be working within about 2 weeks. About 2 to 3 weeks, they should have your stuff coming through." Okay. Now, 31 years later, I have never done a scene. 31 years later. 31 years later, I'm sitting by the phone.
No.
Swear to God, never, not even wait, so now you got to hear this.
What happened?
This is wild. So now